It didn't have to be like this, my liege.
You have no more men.
There are always more men. And now I'm inside every system you rely upon. Give me your vibranium, and I won't turn your technological utopia against you.
For better and worse, the War for Wakanda DLC is more of the Avengers that you come to expect. What's up, guys? Veteran Gamer here. And the best part about War for Wakanda's DLC is that it is a free DLC. It costs literally nothing to play, and it is essentially a standalone DLC. You do need the main game to play it, but when you fire up the DLC and you play as T'Challa Black Panther, you start at level 1. So no matter what your progress is throughout the rest of the game, T'Challa starts at level 1. Kicking things off, you got the presentation and the story. The presentation is on point. I mean, the jungles of Wakanda, the palace of Wakanda, they nailed it. Knocked it right out of the park. I mean, everything about it felt right. The actor's performance, the lead actor who portrays T'Challa is the same actor who played as Kratos from 2018 God of War. It took a while. Like, I thought at first I wasn't too keen on it, but it grew on me. I thought he did a good job. I think the cast for everyone who portrays Wakandans is on point, like Okoye and Shuri. They all have the accent, which feels right. So kudos to the actors. But on top of that, the main campaign is good. Everything about the campaign, in terms of the environments, the story, it's all on point. In terms of gameplay, Black Panther feels unique, much in the same way all the other characters do. You got your own abilities, and he feels different. He feels more agile. It kind of feels like a cross between Captain America and I would say Black Widow. Like, he's kind of like in between that in terms of how he plays and how he feels. But yeah, he feels great. He has his own abilities, which are great. However, that's the end of it. Like, that's the end of the quality of Avengers. You know, that's the better part. The worst part is everything else. Once you finish the campaign, which is a good playthrough, the campaign is relatively short, about 3 to 4 hours. Once you finish it, you're done. The loot system, terrible, much like the main game. The inventory system and how you manage your inventory and the loot that you get, it's just as terrible as it was before. None of that has changed, and War for Wakanda does nothing to change that. Aside from that, you still have similar mission issues where you would have to defend 3 points. And you have to defend these points, and if you're playing the game solo, even with the AI companions, it's a challenge. It's a challenge because your AI doesn't help you and you can't manage. It is clear that, like, the missions are designed for co-op. So if you're not playing co-op, it's going to be harder than it should be. Whereas if you're playing co-op, it'll be a lot easier. But aside from that, this is what you see is what you get. You know, if you enjoyed Marvel's Avengers campaign, which I enjoyed, you will enjoy the War for Wakanda DLC. Ulysses Claw is the main villain, as to be expected, and he is portrayed well. They actually mesh this in well with the main Avengers storyline quite well. But at the end of the day, it's lucky that this DLC is free. It would be hard to recommend the DLC if you had to pay for it. Unless you're a big Black Panther fan, I would not have recommended to buy the DLC. But because it's free, it is absolutely worth playing through. And they nailed it. I just wish that, Square Enix would just drop the whole looter aspect of the game. Just get rid of it. It does the game no favors. I think they need to follow more of a mold of Marvel's Spider-Man that they've got going on with Insomniac, because the potential to have a good co-op campaign experience is there. It's just dragged by all the looter shooter tropes that they forced into the game and brings it down. At the end of the day, War for Wakanda is worth a playthrough. I'm giving War for Wakanda a 7 out of 10. This is Veteran Gamer, and I hope to see you guys next time.